Since 1967, Israeli authorities have arrested nearly 1 million Palestinians, a staggering figure that reveals the extent of mass incarceration as a tool of political suppression. These arrests are not limited to combatants, but extend to political activists, students, children, and even bystanders caught in military sweeps. According to the Prisoner Support and Human Rights Association, Al-Damir, over 14,300 Palestinians have been arrested in the West Bank alone, including hundreds of women and minors. While the number of detainees from Gaza remains unknown due to enforced disappearances, but is estimated to be in the thousands. Reports of torture, medical neglect, and extreme mistreatment have surged, making an already dire situation worse. The State Iman military base, which has been converted into a detention center, exemplifies the extreme conditions Palestinian prisoners endure. Reports from human rights organizations indicate that detainees have been subjected to brutal beatings, prolonged shackling, electric shocks, and other forms of severe mistreatment. Medical neglect is rampant, with some detainees reportedly needing amputations due to restraints cutting off their circulation. Despite international outcry, State Iman continues to operate as a hub of abuse and torture. Women detainees report abuses including sexual harassment and assault, physical abuse, and the denial of medical care. They also report being held in overcrowded, unsanitary cells with inadequate access to feminine hygiene products or legal support. Every year, 500 to 700 Palestinian minors are detained by Israeli forces, frequently during violent night raids that terrorize entire families and subject children to long-term psychological consequences. These children, some as young as 11 years old, are taken from their homes, blindfolded, restrained, zip-tied, and interrogated without a lawyer or parent present. Some of these Palestinian minors are subjected to violence that amounts to torture, according to Defense for Children International. Coercive interrogation techniques, including physical violence, threats, often force these children into signing confessions in Hebrew, a language many of them do not understand. One of the most egregious policies fueling these numbers is administrative detention, a practice that allows Israel to imprison Palestinians indefinitely without charge or trial. As of June 2024, over 3,340 Palestinians are currently held under this policy. Their detention is often based on secret evidence that neither the detainee nor their lawyer is allowed to review. This is a blatant violation of international legal standards, and it has been widely condemned, but persists without consequences. It is time to start calling Israel's narratives about Palestinian prisoners into question and examine the reality of its practices. As the pain and suffering of Palestinian prisoners deepen, it is imperative to recognize that Palestinian prisoners are not just statistics or political bargaining chips. They are individuals, they are humans, they are men, women, and children whose fundamental rights are being trampled upon daily. The failure to address their suffering is not just an indictment of Israeli policies, but of the United States and of the international community's complicity in allowing these violations to persist.